This is my favorite title. I have said this for years and will continue to say it. World building is like your underpants. You probably need undergarments. I don't need to see them. I don't care how attractive your world building is. I don't need to see it all. How many bathrooms are on the USS Enterprise?
All of them. As many as were needed.
Yep. There's a document. There's a book that has all of the schematics and will tell you that information. That's the first time that question was ever answered with a definitive answer, because nobody gave a shit until then. How do kids poop at Hogwarts? Well, apparently they just crap on the floor and magic it away.
Well, until they switched. I don't know why they switched, because I'm like, it certainly seems much more elegant to magic it away, but you know.
Well, Myrtle had to have somewhere to be.
I know, that's the,
Yeah.
right, am I right? And they built it,
Because J.K. Rowling didn't give a shit,
right, there you
and
go.
it didn't matter.
Right.
She built the world and shared the important parts of it with us. I don't know how many floors were in Hogwarts. No, no one
Yes.
cares.
Right.
You may very well need to write some Sanderson-esque tome of the rules of your world. And you may need to write out an elaborate magic system, complete with what dice you roll for what damage and what effects. I don't need to ever see that. If it doesn't serve the story, don't put it on the page. If it doesn't tell me something about character, keep it in your Scrivener document. Keep it in your little notebook where you write your notes. Keep it written on your legit underpants. Whatever. I don't care. Save that stuff. You might need it 2 books from now, and you need to know the answer. I sent... Quest for Glory was a 2-year, 8-novella collection of Quincy Harker books. Long about the 5th one, Melissa asked me a question in the editorial process, and I said, well, don't you have the timeline I made up? She's like, no. It's like, oh, well, I wrote all the dates of all the important events in Harker's life, in all of the members of the Shadow Council's life, and everything else. I've got all this in a doc. Oh, I didn't share that with you. Oh, sorry, here. I wrote it. I knew where it was. I built the world, and then I plugged it in to the story when I needed to. I needed to know when Harker's first love died. I knew that in 2015 when I started writing the Harker books. I didn't need to know anything else until last summer when I wrote histories and wrote the story of Harker's first love and how she died. I told you in 2015 that she died. That's not a spoiler. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about when I'm saying you don't have to share your world building. There are people who do incredible world building. Brandon Sanderson's one. Pat Rothfuss is another. Brent Weeks is another. They do they do great world building. And they save 3/4 of what they write out. That's the stuff that they're building off of, but they don't need it yet. They might need it in 5 books. The stuff that I wrote, that I sent Melissa on book 5 of Quest for Glory, I wrote it before I started book 1. Because I had to know the timeline. I had to know how all of these people interacted. Fortunately, we got through the first 4.5 of them before I confused my editor enough to need to bring anyone else along for the ride.
My own timeline along the way.
I hope that they pretty much matched.
Well, yeah.
All right then.